Hi, my name is Rebecca, and this is Harley Davidson's Internal Audit.
The internal audit of a company examines different components such as their core competencies, distinctive competencies, and their overall competitive advantage. Core competencies are the resources and strategic advantages that give your business a solid competitive advantage. A distinctive competence refers to some characteristic or strategy of a business that it does better than its competitors. And of course, a competitive advantage is a condition or circumstance that puts a company in a favorable or superior business position. Through these three elements, we are then able to determine the generic strategy of our company, Harley Davidson. A core competency is a feature that relates to a firm specifically. In other words, what does your firm do differently? Harley Davidson has several core competencies, which include the location of their facilities, their available free cash flow, and their dealer network. They are very specific to Harley Davidson. The location of their facilities are unique to the company. A Harley Davidson facility is known to have a unique heritage, excellent culture and social environments, and friendly people who welcome newcomers and are proud to call each of them home. Their facilities add to the overall family feel of the Harley Davidson brand. On the other hand, Harley has more free cash flow than their competitors. Harley Davidson's free cash flow in 2018 had increased by 24.24% from free cash flow from 2017. Free cash flow for 2018 was $0.992 billion, which can measure their level of financial performance. This extra cash on hand gives Harley the opportunity to invest in new projects if necessary, and this is what Harley is trying to do through different R&D products. Harley Davidson's dealer network is a core competence as well, as it applies to their company specifically. The network spans throughout different parts of the world, including the USA, Canada, European regions, Latin American regions, and the Asian-Pacific regions. Having this dealer network makes Harley a global company, as they have relationships built all around the world. This also makes it easier for their customers to find a dealership at a location nearest them. These several core competencies of Harley Davidson have helped aid in their company's competitive advantage. A distinctive competency is a feature that relates to both a firm and their competitors. In other words, what do companies within the motorcycle industry do differently? Basically, this focuses on both the company specifically and their competitors. Three things that Harley Davidson, along with their top competitors, is focusing on is new products, broader access, and stronger dealers. Leveraging its industry-leading design and strong manufacturing capabilities, Harley Davidson plans to offer its most comprehensive lineup of motorcycles, competing in many of the largest and fastest-growing segments with a full portfolio of motorcycles across a broad spectrum of price points, power sources, displacements, riding styles, and global markets. Motorcycle companies around the world have been fighting to provide the best innovation possible to customers, including Harley Davidson. Last, a competitive advantage is a benefit that is perceived by the customer and therefore focuses on both the company specifically and the customer's overall perception. Harley Davidson's competitive advantage is customer satisfaction. To master the customer experience, Harley Davidson has implemented 4 different methods: cultivation of a core audience, real-time market research, relationship-building strategies, and powerful emotional appeal. Through these 4 different tactics, Harley has been able to keep their customers loyal. Harley Davidson has positioned itself so that its customers are wealthy and eager for a certain type of brand message. By limiting itself to a certain audience, Harley Davidson can be more certain in the effectiveness of its marketing strategies. Although this has been an issue with the company, especially with plans of moving into new market segments, this core audience cultivation has been the key to satisfaction for those within that audience for many years. Harley collects customer data through sponsored events and organized conventions, which allows Harley Davidson unique insight into consumer behavior and opinion. This gives them the opportunity to discover what customers are really looking for and then assess those needs. Once a customer purchases a Harley, that customer is a member of the Harley family for life. Harley Davidson has organized an initiative called Harley Owners Group, or otherwise known as HOG, that aims to connect Harley Davidson owners with one another and the company. Last and most important, Harley-Davidson is more than a bike. It is freedom, passion, individualism, power, and mystery, and it roars satisfyingly as it helps customers come alive. Harley-Davidson sells the emotions associated with the bike rather than the bike itself, which helps customers stay connected and continue investing in the brand. It is through these 4 areas of customer satisfaction that Harley-Davidson is able to deliver their competitive advantage and to live up to their brand name. With having a very narrow market and having a variety of products for customers to choose from, Harley-Davidson is considered to have a generic strategy of differentiation focus. This generic strategy that Harley has implemented seems to not be working so well. Harley has a narrow market, basically anyone that is interested in buying a motorcycle. They are struggling to expand into other markets, especially when trying to appeal to a younger generation of motorcycle riders. Their narrow market now, middle-aged men, are growing older, and Harley must think of strategies fast in order to start moving into new markets and appeal to a new audience. On the other hand, Harley does offer a wide variety of motorcycles to choose from, which does indeed give customers options to pick from. But the issue comes with how these options differ. When you look at Harley's motorcycle selection, although there are many different styles and models, the majority of the bikes look similar. On top of that, the bikes aren't cheap either, so customers are less willing to drop loads of money on a luxury good such as that. When compared to other rivals and substitutes, this idea that Harley's generic strategy of being unsuccessful only becomes more evident. A rival that tends to outperform Harley, known as Royal Enfield, implements a differentiation leadership strategy. Although they offer a wide variety of goods, just like Harley-Davidson does, they differ in the fact that they operate in a broader market. Royal Enfield offers more than just motorcycles. They also offer different trucks and cars. This adds to their differentiation of products and offers them the opportunity to expand into markets beyond the motorcycle industry. Substitutes of motorcycles, especially cars, operate in a cost leadership generic strategy. Differing greatly from Harley-Davidson, different car companies are able to operate within a broader market simply because almost everyone owns a car. Although cars do differentiate, they are considered more low cost and viewed as more affordable, especially when you can either buy a used car or a brand new car. The success of substitutes operating with a cost leadership strategy and rivals operating with a differentiation leadership strategy proves that Harley is struggling in their strategy position. In order to stay successful, Harley might want to think about implementing a new strategy.